What's up, viewers? It is a chilly Tuesday evening here in New York City. Perfect weather for some StarCraft. We have a familiar matchup. It's the Purple Zerg, Kevin Lee, going up against a familiar foe, everybody's favorite Terran player, B-Breed. First game gonna be on Beckett Industries. Just throwing this map back into rotation. It was supposed to be taken off of the ladder map pool, but they didn't do that. The Blizzard intern slipped up, and seems like he's the only employee there nowadays, so we're keeping it, we're playing it. Why not? It's not a great map, to be quite honest, but it does cause for some more aggressive, action-packed games. Sometimes. That is due to this short rush distance. Openings pretty standard on both sides. Not much to talk about there. Overlord making its way to the back of the main base. Expansion starting up for Mr. B-Breed. B-Breed going for a quick reactor. No army units just yet, just now starting his first two Marines. And getting a factory behind this, all quite standard thus far. Kevin, he's got his speed on the way. And of course, continuing to mine gas, as is the usual MO for Mr. Lee here. Two more barracks being plopped down at the front of the natural. And he's gonna be completing that hopefully soon with a supply depot and maybe another building here. A little switcheroo onto that attachment. One Widow Mine in production. Kevin going for a Roach Warren. Getting his second gas. He has been favoring Roach Hydra lately. Let's see if he decides to go for that again. He starts up 6 roaches. That's 9 roaches, 10 roaches now. It definitely seems like some kind of aggressive roach rush is on the way. But Kevin's a bit supply block now, 60 out of 60. So if he was hoping to make some Ravagers, he's got to wait. B-Breed doesn't have any tanks, so this could be bad news. Roaches zipping through these speed zones. Look at them. And more roaches even in production. Usually you don't really reinforce with roaches because it kind of takes them a while to get across the map. But let's see how this does. 2 Ravagers only in production. And that's because he spent a lot of that gas on additional roaches that are now chugging along. And they're going to meet up with their homies over here. And B-Breed, still no tanks. Doesn't even have any Widow Mines at the front here. So this is going to be pretty brutal for him. Let's see if he manages to pull a rabbit out of his hat for this defense. Here comes Kevin. His roaches and Ravagers gonna start off with some biles. Not the best placement, only hitting 1, but it doesn't matter. Supply depot did go down. Widowmine with a nice shot on the Lings, but that doesn't really help against all this Roach Ravager. SCVs get pulled off the line. They all go down. 16 SCVs so far. And all the bio not going to be able to hang. Widowmine gets another shot that doesn't really pick off a whole lot. Now all these Ravagers, they're just going to be able to bile down everything. As he breaks down the supply depot at the top of the ramp. At this point, what can B-Breed do? The Tech Lab doesn't get to finish, so he cannot start a Banshee. And these SCVs gonna be forfeit. Lings for the reinforcements gonna be able to chew everything up, and there we go. That is game number 1 for the Zerg. Welcome back to game number 2 between the Zerg player spawning in the bottom left in the purple trunks. Up 1-0. It is Kevin Lee. And his opponent in the bottom right in the teal. It is B-Breed. This map gonna be Blackburn. We'll see if either player goes for a gold base. That's always exciting. But no, Kevin's just gonna take the natural, the more normal base. That's why it's called a natural. B-Breed opening up pretty standard as usual. Not too much going on. Quick reactor to finish off this wall. That's new. Don't really see B-Breed making his structures like this. Usually he'll make it like over here and then finish it off with a supply depot. So that's something. Oh, Not too impactful either way. And the supply depot gonna go down on the front of the natural, where he is placing his command center. Scouting SCV, gonna just take a peek. We've got speed on the way, keeping drones in the gas, of course. Not too much going on still. Just Marines being pumped out. A couple more barracks. And no factory just yet, only just now starting. So it's a little bit more delayed than we're used to seeing from B-Breed. Natural expansion is done, but not morphed into an orbital just yet. There it goes. And lots of Marines out of B-Breed so far. Wondering if this is some kind of new build. And now Kevin is going for that third. So the gold third, rather. So it is coming into play. And this is going to allow him to mine a lot more minerals and perhaps go for some kind of rush. He is making a lot of Zerglings. And he's got his Baneling Nest finishing up right now. So is he going to go for some kind of Baneling bust here in game number 2? Let's see. He doesn't really have a scout of the front. He did poke in, so he has an idea of what it looks like, but he's not sure what's behind it. Transferring drones straight to the gold. It's a very good move there. You want to saturate that immediately. And getting a lot of gases, which I like in this situation because his mineral income is going to be excellent. So he wants to complement that with extra gas, but not going for any rush. He does send a Ling in and gets exploded by a tank, so he knows that there are tanks in play. Kevin going for that layer. What's the tech gonna be? I'm gonna guess Spire. What about you guys? If you guess Spire, you win a prize. Leave a comment in the comment section down below, and one lucky winner will be selected to receive a pat on the back. B-Breed now coming out with some bio and 2 tanks. Kind of interesting unit composition. We do see this occasionally from B-Breed where he just has a single Marauder in the mix. And I don't know if that's intentional or like what the deal is with that. Maybe just like keeping that guy in the front to potentially soak up Baneling shots. And hopefully for the Terran's sake he does that, because there are Banelings here. You gotta be careful when you move up the ramp like that. Oh god! 3 tanks, that is pretty formidable. Spire is not done yet. Kevin ideally wants to save his money so he can pump out mutas, but he has to respect this push. So he's only going to start up 4. B-Breed going for a pickup on 8 Marines. He's going to take that over to the gold base to drop. Good reaction from Kevin pulling the drones there. Meanwhile, the main army of B-Breed still here positioned between the natural and this base. And Kevin's just going to come on out and crash into all the bio, but the tanks stand strong. However, they don't have any support any longer, so they will most likely have to die. And down they go. However, that one drop did take out the gold hatchery, and they are continuing to do damage over here at the new third base. Gonna pick off 4 drones there. The 4 mutas have popped out, and they are gonna take out a tank over here. These Marines are gonna get yet another hatchery. This drop going down in the natural, gonna get cleaned up by queens and mutas, but that's some good damage, taking out 2 bases there. 7 drones have gone down, and I think at this point B-Breed needs to go home. It looks like he is going home. Yeah, now he has to prepare for these mutas. He is doing so with some missile turrets back at home, so good reaction there. He shouldn't take too much damage. He might lose like a supply depot, and could probably use some more defenses up here, but his workers should be quite safe. Kevin's gonna fly in, spot 2 missile turrets, and decide, nah, I don't want none of that. And he's gonna fly around, maybe look for another angle, but no, just gonna turn around, wait for more mutas, I guess. 6 more in production. Kevin now double expanding. He wants to get those bases back. He has a lot of money, but not enough production. Only 2 hatcheries. So that's... he gets a pass for now. 2,300 minerals. And here are the additional mutas. So is Kevin gonna try to find some damage now? 14 mutas. I don't think that's enough to jump on 2 missile turrets, especially with repairs, but he should try to be active with these bad boys. B-Breed looks like he's just going for more bio mine. He has abandoned the siege tanks. Well, not really, because he is getting another one here. But bio mine typically are better against Mutalisks, because obviously Widow Mines hit air, siege tanks do not. Now Kevin flying over here, looking for a third. There is no third. He's going to go into the natural. Gonna see the missile turrets there. He does turn away. 1 muta did go down there. And yeah, Kevin hasn't been able to find an angle with these mutas just yet. He's going all the way home. Both bases back up now, so he's gonna saturate those hopefully. 49 workers, that's not a lot for Kevin. It is more than the 38 of B-Breed, however, Terran doesn't need that much per se. That is of course thanks to the OP mules. And Kevin has had the advantage for most of the game. Did swing into B-Breed's favor briefly there when those bases were down, but with the gold back in play, as well as this 4th/3rd, Kevin should be fine. Now B-Breed coming out for another attack. That's a lot of bio. Only 1 Widow Mine, it looks like. 1 Siege Tank and 1 Thor. That's going to be pretty good to deter these mutas. This Thor, with its splash damage, a very formidable force. And Kevin's Ling Bane army, there it is. very scary in its own right. However, no upgrades just yet, so I don't know. This might be a little over-ambitious, but that's a lot of Ling Bane. He's just gonna run in, crash into the bio. But is it enough? Actually, looks like barely. No, not enough to clean up the Terran army. That is rough. Kevin just full sending it on the mutas. 10 more mutas in production. He doesn't want any Lings or Banes any longer. He only has these 8 Lings. And I don't know if mutas are the right choice right now with all these Thors. However, Kevin is just gonna pounce. He does take out 1 Thor with the help of some Lings, but this is a very disjointed engagement. He does get the 2nd Thor, and then he backs up with the mutas. But what about this Bio Force? I think the mutas could take this actually. It should be okay. And yeah, all the Marines have gone down. That means the Marauders are dead. And B-Breed forced to turn back yet again. He had glimmers of success there, but that's just so many mutas from Kevin. He has 14 currently, but he's lost 10. So you do the math. How many did he have previously? And this time around, Kevin preserves his 3rd and 4th bases. And B-Breed, he is getting his 3rd now. But he is behind. And we can see that in the supply disparity. Quite a lead for the Zerg player, who is getting more mutas. He's getting more upgrades for both his ground and air units. And he's going for a hive. So Kevin holding all the cards right now. He has got 35 mutas on the map. And that can pretty much just A-move, I think. Probably not a good idea, but honestly I think it would work out. Here come the mutas. They do have +1 attack. Where are they gonna go? Let's follow these bad boys for now. That's a huge flock of mutas. They're just gonna obliterate those 2 Marines. They can dive on top of the missile turrets, take those out real quick. 9 SCVs going down in the blink of an eye. And he's just gonna bounce around, go to the 3rd base, clean up some more SCVs here, dive on top of this Thor, gonna eat that Widowmine shot, he doesn't care, gonna eat that one as well, still don't care, and now he's gonna go home, I guess? Another 21 mutas in production. Kevin making a statement in this game number 2. B-Breed now coming out for another attack. This might be his last ditch effort, and I'm not feeling too confident for him right now. I mean, 51 mutas on the map for Kevin. Now, if by some miracle B-Breed gets like some magical Widowmine shots, and then Kevin keeps his mutas super clumped up and eats like 6 Thor shots, then maybe. But make no mistake, that is a very tall order. And the Widowmine shot not going to be great. Only 1 kill there. B-Breed going to try to make magic happen. But here comes the Zerg. swallowing everything. 51 mutas. They don't care about Thors. And we should be seeing a GG any minute now. Because B-Breed is dead. If you're wondering how that's spelled, it is D-E-D. Dead. Widowmine gets another shot off. Picks off another Muta. But Kevin, he don't care. He's 47 Mutas still. He's just gonna fly in. And gonna eat another Widowmine shot. Still don't care. Pick off these missile turrets. Pick off this command center. And B-Breed should be tapping out now. This is like in Queen's Gambit when the guy's like, this is where you resign. And GG! Kevin Lee taking game number 2.